Hey guys, Captain Ross Robertson, Big Water Fishing here, and I've got my big 250 Mercury Pro XS, and we're going to talk about something that's pretty simple, yet a lot of guys kind of struggle with it. It's just putting on your prop. Whether you're changing it after putting a different prop on, or you're changing your gear loop, there's a few little steps you need to take. And the first is getting a towel here. This one has no fibers in it. It's like a medical towel. You can get these things at auto supply stores. And wipe that shaft off, get everything completely off it. Then what you want to do is get yourself some Mercury 24C. This stuff is incredible. You don't have to have a Mercury outboard to use this. It'll work on any prop shaft. And you want to apply it pretty liberally. Don't go skimpy. Don't go overboard. And the key with this is you can see I'm applying it to the spline of the main shaft. You do not want to get this stuff on the threads. Bad deal. Not on the threads. So just kind of work a little bit of that around there. Next thing you want to do is put your big spacer on. And it goes on the flat part. And again, check your owner's manual. Actually, Mercury's really nice. They got nice little pictures on the prop kits themselves. But put it on so that the flat spot is actually forward. Then I've got my big prop here. And again, different props are going to require different hub kits as well engines. But I've already got a little black housing. Those have been different things through the years with Mercury, but the kind of plastic style hub, that's already in the front of the prop. That goes in this way. Then basically what we're going to do is we're going to place the metal housing here in the back of the prop, and that lines up in there. There's only one way it'll go. And then we're going to put this whole big old sucker right on there. And it just takes a second. You got to kind of wiggle them around and get them all lined up. Maybe 2 seconds. There we go. And once I have that on there, I've got no gunk on the threads. If you do have some lubricant on the threads, make sure you wipe that off. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is put the little spacer key in there. Okay, that's going to go right on the back. Now there's two little teeth on there with two little openings. You just place it over the top. And then you've got this giant little nylock. You're going to put that on. And just hand thread it on there as much as you can, because you really don't want to cross thread that. That's a bad deal. And then you've got a couple options. I like taking a pair of gloves myself. You know, having a block of wood here, especially if you have a friend to help you, is really nice, because you can wedge this in there, especially with some of the bigger gear cases. But a pair of gloves works really good, especially when you're doing it like yourself. Then the next thing is really don't like, you know, junky prop wrenches. Do yourself a favor. This is a 1/2 inch drive with an extension. A 1 1/16 is what the Mercury like the Pro XSs have. Get yourself a good one. Don't use one of those plastic pop wrenches on your, you know, very expensive engine. So get that hand tight. And then what you want to do, just get in there and tighten her up. Now it's going to take a little bit. Stay with me. You want to make sure that you definitely get this thing tight, but you don't want to over tighten it. Quite a few threads to go over. And you can see this is where the gloves come into play. This is a very sharp prop. I'm just about tight right there to the point I'm going to put a piece of wood in so I don't accidentally. That's just about perfect. And then the next thing you want to do, the last step, is, depending on the type of guy you are, a pair of pliers or a flathead screwdriver, and you're going to take the bottom, those little flat arms, and you can't see that here, I know. There's two little flat wings that come out there, and you're basically just going to bend them right up on the nylock nut. And when you do that, it's really going to lock that thing in. So make sure when you tighten that nut that you're able to hit it on the flat side. And then your prop, as you can see, it's going to be super tight. You have it lubricated properly. You're not going to have any metal on metal, and you're good to go. So next time you change a prop, take a peek at that. It's going to make it a lot easier and have these tools ready, and you won't have any damage to any of your equipment.